An active shooter is an individual actively engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in a populated area. 50% of the time, these events are over before police arrive. So it's important that you do something. It could be the most important thing you do. Tactics discussed: get out, barricade, take action. Get out. Be aware.
You're all gonna pay!
Vocalize.
Gun! Everyone get out!
Get out.
911, what's your emergency?
Call 911.
Everybody's gonna pay!
Vocalize.
He's got a gun!
Distract.
Get out! Get out!
Get out. Secure doors.
Where's John? I don't know. John! John!
Get out. Block.
Okay, so in that scenario, we see the attacker enter the building. He's acting strange. That's why we need to constantly be aware of what's going on around us. When we see something strange like that that makes you uncomfortable, there is a reason for that. And what we saw everyone doing is vocalizing gun. That's very important so everybody else knows what's going on. They're in danger. And we see people throw objects, whatever they can find, whatever they have laying around on their desk or anything of opportunity. This creates a distraction. It takes the shooter's attention away and causes the weapon to point in an off direction. What we also see is that, everybody getting themselves out to safety. Once they're in a safe place, they're making that 911 call.
Since 2000, there has been an average of 1.4 events of mass killing each month. Attacks typically occur at businesses, schools, and outdoor events. Barricade.
Excuse me. Is Johnny here?
Yeah, he's right there.
Cool, thanks.
God!
Johnny!
Distract.
Johnny!
Barricade.
Pull the shelf and barricade the door. Hey!
Get away from the door.
Everybody's gonna pay! Go, go! Move that, move that!
Barricade.
Move that, block the door! Come on, run!
Get away from the door.
In the last scenario, we see the shooter enter again, wearing dark sunglasses inside, exhibiting strange behaviors, produces a firearm, and people start to run. And they realize that they are having to barricade themselves in spaces. And we want to remember that we don't want to corner ourselves in a room with no other exits. We always remember that the whole point of barricading is to find a secondary exit out of the building. So we want to pick a room that has windows, a drop ceiling if need be, a room that is drywall, encased in drywall, that we can punch a hole through to get into the next room to get out to safety. We need to keep that in mind. If we do end up in a room with no exits, we need to start communicating that plan with the other people with us. Position yourselves by the door to attack that weapon as it comes into the room.
An active shooter displays an average of 4.7 concerning behaviors prior to an attack. These shooters will experience an average of 3.6 stressors in the year prior to the attack. Law enforcement's average response time is 3 minutes. Take action.
Everybody's got a phone!
Vocalize.
He's got a gun!
Distract. Take action.
Excuse me. Is Johnny here?
Yeah, he's right there.
Cool, thanks.
God!
Johnny!
Distract.
Johnny! Hey! Johnny!
I'm gonna grab the gun when he comes in.
Develop a plan.
Johnny!
Use all items for defense.
Gun!
Take action. Use available improvised weapons.
So in this scenario, we see the shooter actually in close quarters with the person that they intend to attack. The person throws objects, distracts the shooter long enough to bring others to the fight. So when we have to fight this person, we need to remember that we have the advantage. There are more of us than there are of them. Even if there are two shooters, there are still always going to be more of us than them. But they're always outnumbered. We have that advantage. We attack the weapon. We don't initially attack the shooter because we want that weapon attacked first to make it malfunction. Weapons are mechanical machines. 60% of the time we're going to see semi-automatic firearms. They have to do the same cycle every time. They have to go through that same cycle. If that is interrupted in any way, shape, or form, that weapon will malfunction. Now that person, the shooter, has to clear that weapon, and that is not going to happen when they're being attacked by 10 people at the same time. Remember, we're in this together. In this fight, we fight together.
Tactics summary.
We need to understand what is important in response to an active shooter event. If we were caught in the middle of one of these events, we need to get our mind right. We need to understand that we can fight back. We can do whatever it takes to win and get ourselves home tonight to our loved ones. Number one, if at all possible, we need to get ourselves out, get to safety, and make that 911 call. If we can't do that, if our path is blocked by the shooter, by the attacker, then we barricade ourselves to keep them out of that space, and we find another way out. We're always trying to upgrade our position to that get out phase. Third thing that we will have to do if we have to attack the shooter, if we have to fight back, and we have to take action, we need to do so with everything we have. If that's grabbing a weapon of opportunity, if that's attacking the weapon, if that's grouping together and fighting the attacker all at once, remember, this is not a fight that we fight alone. We will always outnumber the shooter. There's always going to be more of us than there are of them, and we have the advantage. So remember that. Get our minds right, and we are getting through this, and we are going to make it home. And our key tactics are get out, barricade, or take action, in that order.